Why is it all black?
Because it's one of my favorite colors.
So look, let's first talk about the psychology of black clothing and why it seemingly never goes out of style. Black clothing hides more than reveals. And this is good because our minds naturally fill in gaps to things that we can't fully understand nor comprehend, and black clothing has that very same effect. You mainly see silhouette but not much detail. Our brains are wired to fear the unknown, but ironically, our brains are just as wired to chase it. There's a thing called the Zeigarnik effect. Not sure if I said that right, but if I did, plus or for me. But basically, what it is that unfinished things stay in the mind longer than normal. An example of this can be black compression shirts, which have been running the fitness fashion game for damn near forever now. But the reason this is because it outlines the body, showing shape but not muscular definition, which in turn makes the mind think, because it knows that there's definition there, but it can't quite see it because it can't get the full picture. Compared to other colors, it's usually more outright and you can usually see more. And of course, black clothing has the opposite effect. But then there's the question, do you want to reveal everything at once or leave some things to the imagination? Leave your answer in the comments below. But to put it into short, black clothing entire allure is based off that effect. The curiosity that comes with the unknown. It's not uncommon to have fear and still be attracted to something. Horror movies, roller coasters, and dangerous aesthetics are just a few examples. But I'm not saying that black clothing produces a fear response, but the comparison that I'm trying to make is that black clothing brushes against the same thrill that you get from those things. Like, look, bro, let's be honest, man. You see one of these Rick Owen opiums walking around, bro, with 10-foot stilettos on and shit, bro, walking around like they Roxas, bro. You can't see these face at all, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Or farmers to the max, bro. No, so they have that same feeling though. You feel me? But that a heightened attention and curiosity is the allure that black clothing introduces. Now on to the next topic, practicality and versatility. We all know that black clothing is our most versatile piece in our wardrobe because you can match quite literally anything with it. Even if you have a color that doesn't quite match with it, you can always use it as an accent to your outfit, which a lot of people don't seem to use that often. I don't often see people use accents colors in their outfits, which is so odd. For beginners, of course, depending on what style suits you, black can give you that mental freedom of having to worry about what color matches with what and having to overall just clash colors. And look, if you want to experiment with accessories, layering, or even textures, black is the perfect color to start with if you want to experiment with those things. Why? Because black is damn near like a blank canvas. But for the niggas that really be dressing out there and shit, maybe even some casual dressers, we all know how absolutely devastating it is to encounter the repugnant, vile, disgraceful blue black. Blue black has to be the worst version of black, hands down, ever in history. It's infamous. It's been ruining lives since elementary school, my nigga. Facts. Bro, the blacks, bro. Real life lose swag when the blacks stop matching, bro. Am I lying? But aside from that atrocity, black can be put with almost anything, and it doesn't stain as noticeably as lighter colors do. And it's especially perfect for you walking faucets out there. And of course, if you prefer to have your body do all the heavy lifting and your body be the outfits, then black is the perfect color. But going back to the topic of discussion, most people have this knowledge that black works in almost every context, meaning people have the knowledge it's a much safer investment to make compared to buying colors you aren't sure you have to match something with in your closet, making it very cost efficient. And as we can see through social media usage and inventions to encourage laziness, it reduces decision fatigue, which is very understandable, by the way. But that simplicity makes black clothing a staple in many people's wardrobes. The same reason people are ready to sell a kidney for the latest iPhone is the same reason people are drawn to black. It's less stress. Like other videos on this channel, we'll be talking about a little bit of the history that paved the way for black clothing to have the reputation that it has today. Around 19th century Europe, black dyes were pretty expensive. Why? Because of the rarity of ingredients that were required to make them. So, for people of high power like nobility and wealthy elites, black clothing became something of a status symbol. Though black is now used of something as an aesthetic, you can still see this prevalent in today's society through brands like Balenci, Rick Owens, Saint Laurent, and Prada, which use black pretty common. But typically seeing anybody in these brands show signs of wealth due to how insane the prices are. And of course, you have a few people that like to play this system and splurge on reps. Hey man, no hate. You got it, man. You got it. And of course, black has its symbolic meanings like death, mourning, and even rebellion, which was expressed in the 20th century where black became a symbol of counterculture, breeding styles like goth, punks, and beatniks, along with being used in political movements like the Black Panthers, who use black to show defiance, unity, and strength. But that's it for that topic, man. Now, we're on to the last subject, the last topic, which is Playboy Cardi. Look, man, majority of us would be lying if we said that he didn't inspire us to put on an outfit, a black outfit, at least once. Look, man, I'm not a Cardi glazer, but I like to give credit where credit is due. That nigga be too swagged out. Now, if you feel like what I just said was glaze,
Your mom's a hoe.
but I think it would be ignorant to say that Cardi hasn't increased the purchasing of black clothing, because he definitely has, especially in the high fashion scene. But let's also not forget about the ghost that 100% had a influence in the influx of black clothing purchasing. One of the most obvious being my guy. Now look, the way Batman moves in all his games has certainly inspired at least a few million people to put on a black fit, man. Look, man, we've all seen the clips.
Get in there.
Niggas played Batman Arkham Knight one time and instantly feel like breaking 15 vertebrae, snapping 8 fingers, and beating niggas into submission. Purely because an old man wasn't moving fast enough for him to get past the yellow light. Now look, man, I was talking about my guy Batman was my guy, but he's secondary. Number one goes to my guy, the true GOAT, Black Spider-Man. I said, speaking of my guy Black Spider-Man, aside from the movies, I'm saying, which he was kind of crashing out, you know what I'm saying? I never really noticed how mean he was in some of the other games.
MJ, what do you want? No, I haven't found out anything. Don't call back. All those tests and nothing!
And it's always so funny to me that how when people put on a black fit, they instantly acquire the aura farming badge, which is a fact, by the way. You know what I'm saying? The more black your fit is, the higher your badge gets. If you didn't know this, bro, you clearly don't know shit about fashion, man. Get the fuck out the game.
What?
I'm joking, guys. But who should be the last GOAT, you know what I'm saying, in the top 3? We got Darth Vader, Black Panther, Noob, Blade, Noir Spider-Man, and Neo, which low-key might be number 3. Neo might be up there, man. The whole Matrix movie skyrocketed black fashion. Like, it's guaranteed. Man, really thinking about it, man, the whole movie, bro, he was too swagged out. The entire movie. And if I'm being honest, I'm pretty sure there had to be a few times where I watched that movie and I had to pull up the school in an all black fit, bro. Because nigga, he was just that guy, bro. He was too inspirational. I don't know, man. Maybe I missed a few people, man. Y'all can tell me in the comments, bro, because I can't think of nobody who would have been more inspirational than those 3. What, Batman, Black Spider-Man, and Neo. Just the whole, I low-key should just say the whole Matrix franchise, man. I low-key wanted to say Itachi, but it's no way that Itachi had more inspiration than Neo had, or the whole Matrix movie had. Because it was whole celebrities popping out in what Matrix inspired outfits, man. Nah, Neo is definitely number 3. If he's not above, if he's not 1 or 2, he's definitely number 3 for sure. Who else could it be? But this is the end of this video, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all y'all for watching, man. Please like, comment, and subscribe, man. Once this video took a little while to come out, You know what I'm saying? Because I had to do a little bit of research. You know what I'm saying? To improve the content for all my supporters. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, I am a little sick. I don't know if you could tell, but my nose is a little stuffy. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds like a straight cheesecake through some of the clips, man. But nonetheless, I appreciate everybody being here, man. And yeah, man. Now, I've never been so good at saying goodbyes, but you know what I'm saying, the grind continues. As y'all can see on my board, man, I've been a straight cheesecake throughout this entire month. Luckily for me, my YouTube channel did start this month, and it is the start to something great in the future. And I have declared, because I'm very certain it is fated for me to eliminate procrastination next month, October. You could be wondering, why not just do it now? And I wouldn't have an answer for you. It's just a contradiction in my mind. It's something I would have to focus on fixing. And I really don't care at the moment to fix it. But this is to say that next month I'll be much more consistent. This video is, when am I making this video? I made this video, September 30th? Yeah, September 30th. So, I'm saying by the time October comes, y'all will see. By the end of October, you guys will see. You know what I'm saying? The mental evolution that I have had. Yes, indeed. But that is the end of this video. I have to go, and peace out. Wait, remember, the purpose is evolution.